Welcome to Down to Earth Trekking. I'm Jake, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna open up to you guys and be a little more personal because I've been gone for like 3 months. I haven't really posted any videos, and instead of just ignoring that and starting to make more content, I'm gonna give you guys an update on my life and what's been going on and how I plan on taking Down to Earth Trekking into the future. And this leaf keeps hitting my head, man. I bet it's gonna show up in the video. Get out of my way. My wife and I, we moved to South Carolina. And the main reason was she got a job offer here working with a company that she had interned with during college. And it was in the direction she was wanting to take her career. She's working in event planning, mainly planning weddings. And it was really just a good job offer, so we couldn't pass it up. And now we're here. But besides the job offer, there were definitely a few other reasons, some secondary reasons why we decided to move from Arizona. And the first one mainly being, it was just a complete 180 from the climate and environment that we both grew up in. We both grew up around forests and, pine trees and mixed hardwoods, and that's just what we found comforting and more, it feels more like home in that environment. And so, as you can see behind me, well, we're back in the forest. And where we were living at in Arizona was the complete opposite. It was just desert and lots of cactus. So that just really didn't feel as familiar to us, and we were definitely looking for a change. So that was one of the reasons for us moving back here to the East Coast. And then another one was we were ready to have 4 seasons again. And I know that's kind of a cliche you hear anywhere, like, oh, we only have a summer and we only have a winter. But the truth is, in Arizona where we lived, all you had was summer, really hot, and winter, which was really mild. So we really didn't have any of the spring or fall time that both my wife and I really enjoy. So we decided to move back to a climate where we're gonna have those 4 seasons that we could enjoy. And then the third and last reason really was just the cost of living. Arizona is expensive to live in. Gas, groceries, rent, all of it just costs more. So by moving back here to the east and the southeast specifically, we really are just in a lower standard of living area. So everything is cheaper and it just makes more sense for us financially. And so those are kind of all of the reasons why we ended up moving. Now, don't get me wrong, there are forests in Arizona. We just had to drive a ways to get to them. And also the desert itself is beautiful, and I did come to appreciate the natural beauty of the desert and the cactus themselves. Arizona was a great place. If you're interested in living in that state or checking it out, I would say go for it 100%. There is a lot of natural and scenic beauty to the state, and we met a lot of great people and have made some lifelong friends that we will definitely be visiting with and keeping in touch with for the rest of our lives. So all in all, Arizona was a great experience, but being here in South Carolina just made more sense for us based on where we're at in our lives right now. So now that brings me to what I've been doing since we got here. And I guess to start off, we decided to move on our own. So we ended up packing everything in our apartment into boxes or trash bags or whatever we needed to put them into. And then we had to go rent a moving truck and pack the moving truck, drive it across the country, then unpack it here at our new apartment, and then unpack all the boxes. And that last step, man, it took a while. I'm gonna be honest, like we still have some boxes in our guest room that haven't been unpacked yet. So it just took a while to kind of settle in and get everything reorganized and figure out the new flow of our apartment. And once we got here, I started applying for jobs and calling companies and just reaching out to people that, seemed like it might be an interesting company or job position to work in. But ultimately in the beginning, things just really were slow. Like a lot of the people I was getting in contact with, like the more I researched the company and, did some of the interviews, I just realized they really weren't positions that I was interested in. They really weren't going to be utilizing my education or any of my past work experiences being outdoors or firefighting. So a lot of the positions I was kind of getting like offers for were just like manual labor and stuff like that. So I was looking to not just find a job, but find a job that I would enjoy doing and be able to use my education and work experiences with. So doing that just took a while. It was work finding a job, honestly. Like every day I would get online and just be searching job boards and finding companies to call and see if they would have any kind of positions open or any kind of like remote work that I could be doing. And ultimately, my hard work did pay off. I have a job lined up working with the state as a soil evaluator. And I may be thinking to yourself, Jake, you probably could have filmed a video in all of that time while you were looking for a job. Because, yeah, it has been a few months now, but ultimately, anytime I sat down to start the creative process of planning a video, I would just have like video block, you know? I couldn't think of anything. Like I could never get the creative process rolling. And I don't know, maybe it's just the way my brain works, but it was like my brain had one priority, and that was finding a job. And until I completed that, I really wasn't going to be able to focus on anything else. So that's what I ended up doing. I decided, you know, I'm not going to fight myself. I'm just going to let myself do what I need to do, find a job. And then after that, I could do exactly what I'm doing now, give you guys a big update and, you know, start making videos again. So ultimately, that's what happened. And here we are, you know. That leads me to the last point of this video, and that's just talking about where I'm going to be taking down to earth trekking into the future. And so I just want to be upfront with you guys and be honest. I don't really know how often I'm going to be able to produce a video. Like, I'm going to be figuring out this new job, and that's going to be a lot of just new things that I'm learning here in the beginning. And then also I'm going to be figuring out how to balance my work life and my relationship with my wife and creating and making content for Down to Earth Trekking, as well as enjoying my life and exploring this new area that we're at. So it's going to be definitely some learning curves. I'm just figuring out how to balance all of these aspects of my life. And so I don't know, like I said, how often I'll be making videos, but do know this, guys. I am thinking about the channel always. I'm always just trying my best to think of ways to improve the channel and make content that I know you guys would enjoy. And just know that I really appreciate everyone's support and all the kind comments that you leave, as well as the views. Like, it really does mean a lot to me, and it does make a difference. So just know that I really do appreciate everything you guys do by just watching and supporting the channel, and that I am always thinking about you, and I will be continuing to make videos into the future. Just bear with me as this new phase of my life unfolds and I figure everything out, and I promise it will be worth it, guys. So until next time, keep on trekking.